Welcome back, everyone. I am Zadian. This is Kerbal Space Program, the Redneck Space Program, and today, people, we downloaded a new mod, and we now have SETI. I think it's called SETI missions or something like that. I don't know. It's in the description down below. It's a SETI one, and yeah, this pretty much adds like a progressive mission system into the game that I really kind of wish that I'd have known about, because we would be a lot further in it than we are right now. Because you can see right now it's starting at the very beginning with an altitude of 18 kilometers. So yeah, we're starting at the beginning. But we're gonna knock all of these out. Well, some of them out, just by doing the mission that we have set aside for today. And today, in rocket history, we're going to build a new rocket. We're going to build a new transport system to and from our space station. Yes, we're actually going to crew it. We're actually going to crew the big boondoggle we have in the sky. I originally thought of refitting the Gigamot and rebuilding it from there, but those were designed around one-person capsules, so I am sad to say that that design is no longer viable. So we're going to be starting out with a brand new design intended to carry multiple people up, meaning more than one. So we're going to go with the two capsule design to start out with. I really do like it. You can add a crew cabin to it if you wanted to. Add more people, or you could use one of the bigger capsules as well to replace it. It's not that difficult of a design to replicate, but I'm going for, I don't know where I saw this rocket. I think it was one of the prototype designs for the US replacement rockets, where you've got your body like that, the capsule, and then behind it's a more slender fuel tank and rocket and stuff. It's kind of the design I'm going for, which I think it turns out pretty good, in my opinion. And we're also able to hide a little fuel in there. A little extra fuel goes a long way. But you put a little rocket on it like that, or a little engine on it like that, and that thing is got more than enough thrust to get this old capsule wherever it needs to go. But like I said, yeah, I'm just I lost some fuel tanks there. They disappeared into the ether. I don't know if you noticed that. Maybe I do notice it. I noticed it in editing. I did not notice that when I was building it. But yeah, so like kind of a slender rocket that's going to be held hidden by a fairing. Basically, I'm just kind of experimenting with different capsule designs and transport designs. A design similar to this might be used to send a crew to Duna or something like that. I haven't worked out. Oh, they're the tanks. I didn't notice them because I ended up finding them. No, but yeah, we're probably going to use something similar to this design to go to Duna or back to the moon. I like it. It's a fairly decent design, and it's got RCS. It's got the control modules and all that other good stuff, and it's got plenty of battery power, and the solar panels on it are hidden and everything. And I like it. I like this design. I can't wait to use it further in the future. And you can see right there, it's completely covered in a fairing, so that during launch and everything, it looks like a very smooth rocket. Like I said, I'm just experimenting with some stuff. I don't know what this thing can completely be used for, but we're gonna find out. Oh my God! Look at all that text. I hit the wrong button. There we go. Put the fairing back on it. It's good to go. I just wanted to say real quick, happy Thanksgiving to everyone in the U.S. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. Today is Black Friday, and I have boarded up the windows and prepared myself for the madness that is Black Friday. I do not leave the house on this day because everyone's crazy. So if you don't have to go out, don't order your Christmas presents online. Trust me, it makes life a lot easier. But yeah, I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. I did get a message from Gigamut. Of course, he wished me a happy Thanksgiving. Me and my family happy Thanksgiving. I do appreciate that, buddy. I hope you had a good one as well. I sent you a message back this morning. I really wasn't tied to my phone yesterday or anything, which is why there was no episode released. I didn't want to release anything on Thanksgiving. So yeah, that's why you're gonna get this today. Hopefully, I'm editing it right now. It's 7:30 a.m. in the morning on the 24th, so you should get it today. Barring any natural disasters that happen here in the next few minutes. But yeah, I really hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. I did. It was wonderful. With my new job, I'm able to actually be off on holidays, which I'm not trying to rub that in or anything, but it was nice change. I've worked a lot in my life where I've worked a lot of holidays, a lot of Christmases, Thanksgivings, 4th of July's, all that good stuff, and it's definitely paid off. All the hard work's paid off finally, and it was nice to be home with family. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed yours as much as I enjoyed mine. Or if you don't like Thanksgiving because you think it's celebrating the slaughter of the indigenous people of America, well then you're not wrong, but still it's a good dinner, and you shouldn't turn away good food. That being said, though, let's continue on with the mission. This is going to be the Justin Keith. That's the new rocket design name. Don't worry, Gig. Your rocket's not out of date yet. We're still using it to if we launch satellites and stuff like that, the newer ScanSats and everything. Your design is still our go-to. But see that? I don't know. Did you catch that? I forgot to put damn locks on it. Not locks. What you call them? The things that grab the side. Those things that I'm putting on there right now. Yeah, I forgot to put those on there. Oops. Anyways, this is a I want to show you this launch because it is the first time it's going to launch. So, good Lord, we're going to recover it again. What did I forget this time? I don't even know what I forgot this time. I filmed this. I forgot Kerbal Engineer. God, that is a must. Don't ever forget that. That thing is you don't have to have it, I guess, but it is a lifesaver, man. Oh, also I put MechDep on there because we were going to try something. Since we are docking with the space station, I wanted to try and see if that would help me intercept the orbit of the space station. I'm pretty terrible at that, not going to lie. I tried to line it up here at the very beginning with the space station, which you can see is right there. If any of you guys know of an easier way to intercept the target, which I'm going to go ahead and say you already know more than I knew about it, probably. Please give me those tips in the comments down below. I spent an hour playing catch up with the space station. It was like a bad NASCAR race where it was just around and round and round and round. I think my Kerbal spent like 5 days in space trying to catch up to the space station. So, yeah, anyone out there who has got tips or tricks on any of that stuff, that is greatly appreciated. As you see right here, I'm checking out MechJeb's, what it can actually do at this point, which is still kind of not a whole lot, but a little bit more than I thought. It can it can round out your orbit and automatically. So if you want your orbit to be 100 kilometers around Kerbin, you can round it out to be 100 kilometers, and it's fairly accurate. So that's one thing I said I was going to use MechJeb for, is for satellites in the future. We don't really have any satellite networks except for around the moon and Minimus. Sorry, I said it wrong. Right now, but we will have more in the future, so that's something we'll keep an eye on. And it's a inaugural launch. It's a little short, chubby little thing, but I have to say I'm pretty happy with the design. This was a terrible launch I got way off the rails on that. Yeah, it was definitely not my best launch, but easy to recover. And it looks like we're going way up. I kind of took a steep angle to it because I was trying to hit it. I know it's a pain in the ass. Like, see how close I came to it. I really wanted to hit it on the way up, but I failed. Which is why I spent the next hour doing circles around Kerbin trying to catch up to the thing and dock to it. And then just, no joke, by the way, I'm not exaggerating or anything. I literally threw away. I record with shadow play when I'm playing KSP, and that scared the hell out of me. But everything's good. We've got, that's one thing I want to talk about with this rocket. We've actually got an orbital insertion burn section on this rocket. It's just one little thing like that, and it doesn't quite get you into orbit, but our little poodle does the rest of the job. That was one of the designs I wanted. That's one of the things I wanted, innovations I wanted to try and design, was put like an orbital insertion burn in there, and that it worked out perfectly. It almost got us into orbit, and it burned out just in enough time to where I could stage it, and it'll fall back down to Kerbin, and I won't. So I digress. I was actually trying to say something, and see, that's what MechJeb wanted me to do. I ended up cutting all that stuff out. Actually, that's one of the things right here, is you can see how close we are into the atmosphere. That's what I had to do to actually meet up with this thing. Pretty crazy. Anyways, what I was trying to say is I record with shadow play, and shadow play automatically marks it after about 20 minutes, I think it is, or something along the lines of that. Anyway, I threw like 4 of these things away that they're not in this episode, and they just I just threw them in the garbage. They're wasted recordings because the amount of time it took me to actually get to this point. And you can see here we're on our close approach now. We are killing our velocity relative to the target, in the sense that we're just getting closer to it. Basically, the trick with this is keep your keep going towards the pink dot, and keep your thing where your direction is pointed in that dot until you get close enough to use the docking. Excuse me, my voice is still kind of froggy from waking up. I apologize. Until you get close enough to use the docking port thing, which is what I'm using right now. That'll help you at least come into contact, get into relative space, relative distance to your object. Jesus Christ, words come out of my mouth. Relative distance to your target. Make sure also that when you're approaching something that you're trying to dock with in space like this, that you are not looking at orbit, but you're looking at speed relative to target. So instead of it saying orbit or planet, it'll actually say target. So that's your relative speed towards your target. So if that's 0, you and your target are going the exact same speed. It's not that you're both going 0, so you're going the exact same speed. And if it says 120, you're going 120 meters per second faster than your target, either towards it or away from it. Pretty simple stuff, but it's for those who have never docked or anything in space, it can be a little complicated. Like I said, the docking part's not too bad. I'm moving the crew members over right now into the space lab right now, to where they can start doing some science and some experiments. So the docking port is not hard. It's the for me it's the intersecting the orbit and actually at the right time. Like I said, if you got tips for that, I'm down for it. But as far as getting close to it and stuff like that, I'm pretty decent at that. For the docking portion, it's just real easy. God, I ramble a lot. Anyways, guys, that's taken us to the end of our episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week, we are going to the moon. I've got everything set up. It's going to happen. Next week, we are landing people and rover on the moon. So fear not, it is a thing. It is happening. I just really wanted to crew the space station. Thanks again for watching, guys. As always, you know I appreciate a like and a thumbs up and a subscription and all that good stuff. Please leave comments down in the comment section below. You guys know I read them by now. I talk to you guys all the time. You guys are the best, and you make this worth doing. Even though we're still under 200 people, doesn't matter. Still worth doing. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time for more Redneck Space Program.